even fucking try.
Monkey D. Goofy. D. Goofy. Over slobber this bad guy.
Why would they do that, bro?
Bro, because it's get you ready, don't Yeah, no! Right now, as promised, we hop into movie reviews. So this might be for you too as well. What is good, people? It's your boy T-Rav. I'm in this mug. Alright, right now I have the Guardians of the Galaxy movie review. More Mickey greatness per usual. And I'm not gonna lie, James Gunn, you went out with a bang. You went out with a bang, my man. Oh, this movie had me feeling it, boy. And it's been a minute, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a minute since I damn near shed a tear. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did shed a tear. I did. And you wanna know why? My fucking voice is going. You wanna know why?
Why?
It's because of the fucking squad. Not the squad that you think of, but the best squad in all of Marvel. Floor, Tease, Lila, and Rocket, bro. Rocket might just be the best character in all the MCU. I know that sounds fucking nuts. I know that sounds crazy. I know this. But hear me out. Hear me out. So spoilers. Heavy, heavy spoilers. For anybody that don't know, needs to know, now you know. Alright, so let's hop in. Bro, this movie came out differently. I ain't never seen a Guardians movie start. It started off with music, but it wasn't the music we're used to. You know what I'm saying? They're usually playing some fucking Journey or some crazy shit like that. And they're fighting, they're doing all types of nonsense, and Groot's dancing on the bottom of your fucking screen. Acting like an idiot. That's not how we started this movie, bro. We came out to some Green Day, depressed emo boy shit. Because Rocket, man, Rocket, clearly stuff, whatever he's been through in his life has been weighing heavy on his mind. He just looks tired, bro. He looks tired. Rocket is, in a way, the glue of the Guardians, but at the same time, he don't fit with nobody. He don't have no people. Like, the Guardians is all that he has, right? They've already lost Gamora. He was very close to her, right? And they got, you know, Mantis and Drax and Nebula and all that. Star-Lord's still doing Star-Lord shit, but Rocket, man, clearly he had been going through some shit, all right? And to start off the scene where he's flashing back to when he was a normal raccoon in that fucking cage with, I assume, what is his brothers. There's like 30 of these niggas. And someone walks to the cage that he's in, bro, he's like less than the palm of your hand. Less than the palm of your fucking hand. And all the other ones turn around and they're shaking, bro. They're shaking because they're deathly afraid. And they're trying to hide and not be picked. And he's the only one that stands right there. He's shaking too, but he looks that nigga right in the eye, bro. And you just see the hand reach out and get his ass. Come to present day, you know, the Guardians are really just chilling on nowhere right now. But oh my God, Adam Warlock came in like a fucking unit. This nigga is just fucking Superman flying through fucking space. We don't know where the fuck he's going. But we don't know where the fuck he's coming from or how this nigga actually woke up. I know they teased this in like another Guardians or whatever. Hell, they might have teased it in one of the Avengers shit. But I can't recall where that end scene is from in particular. But this nigga came in like a fucking unit, bro. And he was coming in hot, bro. And they see that he's coming, but no one's really doing anything. And I don't think they really realize what's going on. This nigga comes in hauling and fucking tackles Rocket through buildings, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shocked the fuck out of me. I know that Rocket's good, but damn, how durable is this nigga? Because, bro, he got slammed through fucking buildings. And then Warlock hems him up. He's trying to fight, but, I mean, he kind of got his ass. Then Rocket starts running away. Warlock's chasing him and stuff. Nebula sees what's going on. Nebula goes dive into the fight. They let Drax know, and bro, it's an all-out fucking brawl. Nebula's tech is actually legit. The things that she can do is wild, bro. But when she stepped to Warlock, she got fucking pimp slapped. I'm not gonna lie. But then Drax comes in like a fucking man. Batista, oh my god. And honestly, this might have been one of the first times we really get to see Drax throw down. Because, bro, this man Warlock is durable as fuck. He was taking licks from Drax, bro. And then he goes to fire his fucking beams. And Drax puts up his fucking cross block and that fucking deflects that shit. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was like battling Icarus. Like, that's how crazy it was. And then he gives him a fucking 1-2. Warlock reads that shit. He tries to go for it again. This nigga takes off and starts doing combat mid-air, but he's barely off the ground, bro. It's like he's jumping off of the air, basically. So he outmaneuvers everybody and takes them out, like, swiftly, bro. Swiftly. But Nebula pops up and does what a real nigga should do and stabs the nigga right in his fucking back. You know what I'm saying? Kills that nigga. Or so we thought. So we thought. But Rocket's fucked up, man. Rocket's fucked up. Alright, he's got like a fucking hole in his chest. And that's not the big problem. The big problem is that he's got a kill switch inside of him, apparently. Because Warlock was sent by the High Emissary to pick that nigga up because he views him as his property. And this is where it gets fucking it just gets bad, man. It gets bad for Rocket, bro. They keep flashing back to this nigga when he's in this coma or whatever, fighting for his fucking life. And they show him on the operating table. They started ripping out this nigga's chest. They started ripping out this nigga's spine. Like, it's crazy, man. And they even cut off his fucking scalp and messed with his brain, dude. Now, obviously, all that stuff had to be done for him to gain the intelligence of a human being, and not just that, a superior intelligence to human beings for the most part. He just don't act like it. But man, when that surgery was done and they dropped this nigga off in the cage with his homies, who he didn't know yet, and bro, he's like a baby still, man. He's so small, and he's bloodied up, and he's shaking, and they, you know, try to comfort him, and he's super scared, and they're like, don't be afraid, you're gonna be fine, what's wrong? And he just, he can't even say anything. His first words he ever speaks, it hurts, it hurts. Oh. Marvel, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Stop this. Like, I don't know if it's because it's a raccoon as to why it's that bad, but yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. In that theater, when I was listening to some of the other people in the audience, niggas was fucking crying, dog. There was nobody speaking nothing. You heard a fucking mouse run across that floor. Cause it was that bad, man. But they gotta take off, go get some tech to fix this nigga Rocket, cause they don't know what's gonna happen. Warlock keeps coming after him. We keep getting these flashbacks of the High Emissary or whatever. And this nigga's wild, bro. It shows him kind of raising Rocket and teaching him things. And like, there's this one scene where he's sitting on his lap like a kid, and he's playing these different games and things like that. And he's very impressed with how much progress that he's made, because this wasn't a batch that he expected to do anything, to be honest. What he's been working on is he's trying to create the perfect society. So he has this like counter Earth, which is Earth, but it has like all types of races or whatever. And he has evolved all these races on this planet to achieve the perfect society, but come to find out that it always turns out the same way anyway. And he's run this experiment hundreds and hundreds of times, and he just wipes this bitch clean every single time that it fails, which is crazy as hell. So who knows how many times he's actually done this experiment is, and it's really wild, bro. But Rocket is learning pretty fast Then the High Emissary brings him in to look at the machine, and he actually shows them the evolution thing that they're doing. But the problem is, when they evolve something, they can do it. And honestly, they turn into fucking humanoid animals. It's kind of crazy. But they have no mind. Like, they're fucking rage monsters. And he doesn't know why that's happening. Rocket, bro. And like I said, this nigga is fucking 1 foot off the ground. He goes in there, can't barely say words. He says, filter, filter, not filtering up. Like, what? That nigga pointed out all their shit. And you got the top-notch scientists of the universe. And this nigga figured y'all shit out by looking at it for 30 seconds. And this dude's mind is blown. This dude's mind is blown. And really, I'm not going through the movie like I normally do, because this fucking backstory just hits, bro. It hits too good. Because you have to understand the context of why Rocket is the way he is. And it's really because of this whole backstory right here, dog. Like, we wondered why Rocket was a fucking asshole in number 1. And how, like, you know, he's definitely grown all the way through number 2. But he still has those tendencies where he don't trust people. He's a fucking thief. He's a goddamn raccoon. Fucking bandit. Alright? That's what he is. But the nigga's grown a lot, man. Like, he really has become that role on the team that's like vital and shit, right? But the High Emissary comes stumbling in, sweat, buckets. This nigga is sweating. He's like, P13, P13. Look, it worked. And bro, he gives his people the business. He gives his people the business over them not being able to accomplish this. But he is happy that it actually worked in the end. Alright. And he's like, yeah. Fit for Counter Earth, man. You gonna be there, or I'm gonna take y'all to the new world. Goes back, and he's been getting close with his people this whole time. Clearly, Lila kind of seemed like the love interest a little bit. I don't know if it was like a love interest thing or like a big sister thing, but that's kind of what it seemed like. I think it was more of a love interest thing. But they're all like experiments like him. Like, there's a rabbit that had been experimented on and turned into like a spider in a sense, because it had metal arms sticking out of it, which is fucking nuts. And its mouth was fucking ripped off, and it had like a metal guard there. There was a walrus that had his whole lower half removed, and he was like in a wheelchair. Like, it was nuts. And then the mongoose, Lila, that I'm talking about, had her arms ripped out, replaced with metal. So they've all been experimenting on crazy like that, but Rocket's the only one that seems to have like the super high level of intelligence, right? But they're talking about their dreams and all this stuff, and it's just, it makes you feel so good, bro. It makes you feel so good. But then after that little incident occurs and he gets brought back out one last time, he's like, he gets so upset with him. He gets pissed at him, and Rocket gets afraid. And he's like, why? Why are you doing this to me? I did this for you. And he said, you're the greatest thing I've ever created. But why? You're a measly little raccoon, an insignificant creature that has no worth in this universe. And you were so smart that you figured out my life's work. But why couldn't you, someone so smart, figure out that you were never coming with me in the end at all? I was gonna kill every one of you regardless. You were failures. But then he gets in his mug and he's fucking pissed, bro. Cause he's like, and why did you, of all people, have to be the one to figure it out? I am the guy that stepped in. This nigga said, God isn't here, so I stepped in. Like, get the fuck out of here, High Emissary. It really and truly, what this dude is, and I like how they kind of did this, he's a bootleg Kang. That's what he is. He even dresses somewhat similar. He's got the purple armor and stuff like that. You know, being black aside. But that's how niggas talk about Kang, the one who remains. He who knows all. shit like that. That's like, they speak about this nigga like a god. So that's actually kind of interesting if the High Emissary knew about Kang. But my thing is, this was your plan? If you were going to try and rise up to the level to, I guess, contest this dude or take his place or whatever, you were a long fucking way off, buddy. You're a long way off. But that's besides the point. Alright, and I have to shout out, the fight scenes in this movie go crazy. I think the movie suffers a little bit because, like, we do go to several locations and all that. But it was just a little drawn out when they had to go break into the prison to get the key thing, and then they had to go to other places as well. But the fight scenes were sick. Like, the combos that they have and the way that they do the camera work on that shit, beautiful. I mean, that's like Civil War, Winter Soldier type choreo right there. So I really like that. Couple of standouts in the movie for me. Obviously, Star-Lord and Gamora's relationship is a huge one, because this isn't the Gamora that he knows. Excuse me. I mean, she's a fucking asshole, to be quite honest with you. And that was the love of his life, so it is weird for him. And he kind of seems pathetic most of the time, I'm not gonna lie to you. But he's trying to do the right thing and not kill people, and that's just all she wants to do on her way to accomplish her mission, because she's with the Ravagers, and she's like, I guess, their liaison that's helping them go and steal this thing to go and save Rocket or whatever, right? But the way she breaks it down is like, she was like, what do you want from me? I'm not that person that you knew. Stop, like, what could you need from me? I forget the line that she said specifically, but she said, what makes you so desperate that you need to find something in me? Like, that's crazy, bro. But that hits the nail on the head, man. That hits the nail on the head. Like, bro, you have your squad. You have your squad. You had your lady, but she's gone, bro. And she's not, because she is there. But, like, number one, I think that is still kind of fuzzy. Like, is that actually another Gamora, or is that his Gamora, but her soul's just different? Because we still don't know the ramifications of that soul stone like that. So that is kind of weird. I think it is his Gamora, but she's not the same anymore after coming out of the soul stone. But they have that back and forth the whole time. And, like, basically the thing that she hammers through is, like, you need to let it go. And you need to let go of your best friend, Rocket, who is deteriorating, and there's basically no hope of them saving this dude. But he said, I refuse. I'll never let go. I'll never let go of you or them or him. Like, because she tries to give him an ultimatum to leave Rocket to, like, you know, to save her or whatever in her situation and do what she wants to do. And that nigga said, fuck that. Which is, that's good, man. That's just good storytelling. Because, like, you didn't really realize how much of a relationship Rocket and Star-Lord had, but that's when you knew, like, Rocket is the guy. And really, Rocket's the one that actually created the Guardians. He's the one that had the dream of building himself a ship, flying with his friends, going and doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he had never even seen something. It's crazy, man. And the way the High Emissary goes out, they didn't really need to combo this nigga. Because honestly, Rocket had it on his ones, because that nigga was pumping up the fact that he could control gravity with his fucking suit. But this nigga Rocket made gravity boots, and he had them hoes the whole fucking movie. He just got caught off guard the first time. But another standout in this movie is Warlock, bro. Because this dude is funny as fuck, man. He kept trying to come after him throughout the movie, and he kept kind of getting fucked up due to different reasons. But this man was going through it. And he was really just fighting to save his mom and his people and lead his people. But he came out and he, you know what I'm saying, he's supposed to be their savior, their champion. But he got brought out of his process before it was time. You know what I'm saying? And he's kind of an idiot, but he's super fucking strong and all that. But it was huge because Groot saves him later in the movie when he was dead to rights. They had him, and Groot essentially says that everybody deserves second chances or whatever. And that's when he kind of switches sides because, the High Emissary and them fucking killed his mom. And who knows, they may have killed his people. So that's a big addition to our side. And I'm not gonna lie, the whole scene to save all of the kids and Drax being the father, like, you could see that, bro. The way he was, like, able to speak to the kids and, like, calm them down and all that stuff, that was just, bro, I'm telling you, man, James Gunn knows what he's doing. And Batista is just great when it comes to them type of roles because he really just gets to show off his acting prowess, you know what I'm saying? But, gosh. Man, I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple times throughout this movie where I was really worried for some people, but I just knew Rocket was gonna die, bro. And he did. He did die. But they were able to bring this nigga back. But, bro, when he got to that room, and I'm sure that's like his version of the ancestral plane. I'm sure that's what that is. And she said, "It's good to see you." And he said, "I'm tired." That's all he said, "I'm tired. I'm ready to come home." And she's like, "Yeah, we fly all the time now. But it's not your time yet. You still have stuff to do." And it broke him, bro, because he wants to go so bad. He wants to go so bad because that's his family. That's his real people. But he remembers his people now. You know what I'm saying? And he can't. That's what makes you appreciate what Rocket has been able to be a part of now, because you see how important that is to him. This nigga broke out when he was fucking a toddler and ran on his own, made his own way, and survived. And he did whatever he had to do to survive. He fucked over everybody that he met until he found this crew that is going to these lengths, risking everything. For him, that's everything. That's everything. But yeah, man. So clearly, Marvel cooked up the greatness for this one, man. It was just so fucking emotional at times, but it was very funny too. Still, a lot of cool action sequences and all that stuff. I do think it was a little paced, a little long, but other than that, it was great, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of wish they would have committed on one of them deaths. We needed somebody to die. I thought Drax was in trouble, but based on when that happened in the movie, I kind of brushed that aside and I was like, okay, he's not gonna die. Rocket didn't end up dying like we thought. I thought they were gonna do Nebula in. I'm not gonna lie, cause she was having to hold the shit together or whatever. And shout out to fucking Cosmo, cause if we didn't have Cosmo, we'd be fucking done. And I like the fact that Kraglin had a little character development, bro. Like, he did take over Yondu's shit, and he hadn't really learned it yet, but he needed to grab his fucking nuts, and he did by the end of the movie. That's cool to see. Cause Star-Lord said, Kraglin, I need you. You can do it. That nigga really had no choice. But it was, it was good. It was really, really good. Because Star-Lord knows, say what you want about him as a leader, but he knows when to pick certain people to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And even the way he got through to that lady at that prison was kind of dope. This nigga Star-Lord is wild. He's a fucking Mac, though. I'm not going to lie, because that bitch like him. I don't care what nobody say. But Adam Warlock joins the Guardians after he saves this nigga Star-Lord, boy. He saved everybody, is out in space, gets blown back, and that nigga started fucking dying. That shit was fucking crazy, because they showed this nigga's face and it started bulging out and cracking and shit as he was freezing. I thought that nigga was done. But of course he ain't done, because Adam Warlock came out like fucking God. That nigga, they literally did the shit. The fucking, it was biblical. It was biblical. That shit was too good, boy. Cause I'm sorry, Adam Warlock is a fucking badass. This nigga's just out in space, shirt off like Jesus. What are we talking about? But all in all, I'll say this is it's an 8.5. It's an 8.5, man. Like, people are saying that this is the movie that brought Marvel back. I don't think so. I think that Ant-Man was pretty motherfucking good. I think that Wakanda Forever was pretty fucking great. And I think that the niggas that forget about Spider-Man No Way Home lost their fucking mind. So, you know, let's relax with all of that. This nigga over here going crazy on Fight Night, Ali versus Foreman. That's fine. But let me know what you thought about the movie, bro. Let me know what you thought. Do you like the fact that Rocket became the leader of the Guardians? Because Star-Lord needs to go figure shit out. Drax is gonna, you know, run his shit. Mantis dipping off was a shock, bro. And I like it because she's right, bro. She's never been her own person. Everyone's always told her what to do and who to be, and she's never went and found that out for herself. And it's crazy for someone that can manipulate people's emotions and all that stuff. The way that she can see what's really in people's hearts is like, that's a pretty cool feature of that character. I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause she's not the smartest. She's obviously not. She's a fucking loon. Just like Drax. But she's fucking great, man. She's pretty good. One of the best girls in Marvel. Love me some Mantis. They said Star-Lord will return. Like I said, I think he's coming back. Kang Dynasty type shit. He gonna be back in that. But a whole new Guardians team, basically. And Groot's the size of a fucking building now, so that's something too. So, yeah, man. But let me know what you thought about the movie. Like, comment, subscribe. Your boy T-Rav, I'm out. Oh.